Hello everyone, welcome back to Sri Rama Bharati online classes. I am Pradeep Kumar, your social science teacher. Today we will study about fundamental rights of Indian Constitution. Yes, first of all, fundamental rights. Our Constitution guarantees certain basic rights to every citizen of India that are called fundamental rights. These rights are essential not only to run a democratic government but also for an individual citizen to develop his or her personality. They are fundamental to every citizen life and therefore they are called fundamental rights. These rights protect citizens against the arbitrary and absolute exercise of power by the government. Our Constitution has guaranteed 6 such rights. Then one by one we are discussing about these 6 rights. Yes, first of all, these 6 rights. Right to equality. Next one, right to freedom. Third one is right against exploitation. Right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational right, right to constitutional remedies. Now first one is right to equality. According to our constitution, all citizens will be equally protected by laws to our country. No one will be discriminated on the ground of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth. Every person has access to all public places including playgrounds, hotels, shops, etc. Third one, it provides equality of opportunity of all citizens in the matter related to employment or appointments. It means all are equal before the law. The practice of untouchability has been abolished and its practice it any form is forbidden. जो practice of untouchability has been forbidden from our constitution. It also states that the government can make special provision of upliftment of certain groups of the society such as scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and other backward classes. And all the titles awarded by the British government have now been abolished. Only military ranks and academic destinations can be awarded. Yes, next one is right to freedom. Yes, right to freedom is known as the cluster of right. Right to freedom is known as the cluster of right. So first one is freedom of speech and expression. Freedom of speech and expression. Democracy is a government by citizens. Freedom of speech and expression works as a barometer of public opinion. Next one is assemble peacefully without arms. Yes, assemble peacefully without arms. We have to assemble peacefully in any meetings या any rallies without any arms. यानी बिना हथियार के we are assemble peacefully. Forms associations and unions. The Constitution guarantees the right to form association and unions to every citizen of India. Move freely throughout the territory of India. We have to move freely throughout the territory of India. We have to move anywhere in the India, reside and settle in any part of India. Next one is practice any profession and carry any occupation, trade or business. This right also seeks to ensure right to personal life and liberty. It also states that no citizen can be punished without being proved guilty in a court of law. It also states that no one can be punished twice for the same offense. Next one is, yes, right to freedom. Next one is right against exploitation. Then exploitation means misuse of the service of others by the force or tradition. The right against exploitation also Indian citizens to stand up against any kind of exploitation that he or she might be going through. It prohibits forced labor or begging. It prohibits employment of children below the age of 14 years in factories or mines. It abolishes buying and selling of humans. Next one is right to freedom of religion. Yes, in India, many religions are practiced. Article 25 to 28 of our constitution defines our country as secular. This right implies that first one is all religions are equal before the law. There is no any discrimination, all religions are also equal before the law. There is no state religion, there is no any official religion, any person can adopt any religion. It is included in the secular, okay, any person can adopt any religion. So every citizen of India has the freedom to practice and propagate her religion, his or her religion. Next one is cultural and educational rights. The cultural and educational rights were incorporated in the constitution with a view to protecting the interest of the minorities and to enable them to conserve their distinct languages, script or culture. Articles 29 to 30 of our constitution states that everyone has the right to develop and preserve their culture. It means every person can develop and preserve their culture. People belonging to different communities also have the right to establish their own education institution. Every community members, every religious people can establish their education center, education institutions in our country. Government also helps and encourages the development of the culture activities of different religions and communities. Now, next and last one is right to constitutional remedies. Right to constitutional remedies is the very important fundamental rights in our constitution. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said that right to constitutional remedies is known as the heart and soul of our constitution. Heart and soul of our constitution. It is given in the article 32. Okay. So this gives authority to the citizens to move the High Court and the Supreme Court if they believe that any of their fundamental rights has been violated by the state. Yes, if anyone violates our fundamental rights, according to this, if anyone violates our fundamental rights, then we directly go to the Supreme Court and High Court. All these rights are binding upon every authority that has got the power to make laws. Now, thank you so much.